Hello. So, good evening everybody, welcome to FPRL Division 1 Round 2. I'll be your commentator tonight, FPRL Racing Car F1. Please bear with me because I haven't done commentating on my own, so I will try my very best. And we will see where the night takes us. Please, in the chats, let me know about the quality of the stream and the sound. Hopefully everything is okay. We're just waiting for the last few to ready up now, so shouldn't be long before we get started. And here we go then. The light is green for qualifying 1. So let's see what the action brings us tonight around the Bahrain International Circuit. Always a track I've either loved or hated. Sometimes I can have a perfect race around here, sometimes it can be absolutely terrible. So I don't know if anybody else has the kind of luck that I have, but we'll see tonight. Everybody in the pits at the moment, just waiting for the first few to filter out. And send your predictions in the chat. Who do you think is going to be pole? Who do you think could be race winner? What do you think the top 3 could be in qualifying? We have our first car, so that's Grunty. I don't know what to expect from Grunt tonight because he says he's using manual gears, so we'll have to see what happens tonight on this one, but I think he could be a quiet dark horse. So we will wait and see. Representing for Team Williams there. Nice line, obviously on an outlap. No shows now out for Team Williams as well. It's just Williams 1-2 at the moment. If that is that at the end of qualifying, that'd be a pretty good result. As we go, Grunty just warming up the tyres there, back straight. Oh, look out, as we all know, as Captain Lego. Now, I know he won't have his hairpiece on tonight because he's got his helmet on, so hopefully he'll be a bit more aerodynamically efficient, which we will see. But there he is, Captain Lego. Speed you on to pole position, sir. I want to see good things. Right, so here we go. Grunty's now come around the last corner. So, foot flat to the floor. DRS opens as he crosses the DRS line, over the start line. Down the start finish straight here towards turn 1. Braking was okay, a little bit over the curb. Oh, he's lost it, Oh, Grunty. Will he continue the lap? I think he's just going to put a banker lap in. Just watch no shows. No shows comes over the start finish line now, so down the main straight. Be interested to see what he can do here as he comes through turn 1. Yeah, nice exit there through turn 2, up to turn 3. DRS open again, flat out down the straight. So brakes round about 100 metres into turn 4. Yeah, nice rotation on the car there. Yeah, nice rotation there. Yeah, nice drive through there, really nicely held, really well controlled. Up the hill here to this really horrible corner that you either get right or you get it wrong. Notice he's a bit wide there, but he's not lost too much time. That's not a bad run. See what Grunty's doing. Coming around to turn 15 now. Yeah, put flat on the floor. Away we go. So we'll see what time Grunty puts in. 1:32.8, so it's not a great time, but he did have that little off at the start. So let's see what no shows is going to do. He's now come around to the final turn. Nice exit there, not using too much curb, just enough. DRS open, foot flat to the floor, and he posts a 1:26.1. Wow, already into the 1:26s. So we've got Lukey on an outlap, sorry, and we've got Elite is on his flying lap, so we'll stay on board with Elite. Down the back straight, DRS open. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of times we can post relative to the guys who've already been out. I'm expecting a lot better from Grunty because I know he's capable of more. Even though he's come out of that race as exclusive. I'm on manual gears. Elite's down the back straight. Nice little run there. Nice line. Down the back straight into 14 and 15. Yeah, picks up the throttle really nicely there. Car responds really well. Really nice. DRS open and he was across the line. It's a 1:25.5. Wow, that's a nice time. Roberts pushed a 1:26.1 just behind. Nice lap there from Roberts. Grunty going again. I believe he is. Yeah, he is going again, so we'll see what happens when he crosses the line. Here we go, so start the lap, down the main straight. We'll see where he comes out. Better turn 1 that time. Still a little bit skittish, but a lot better. It'll be interesting to see what Grunt does as he comes round. We've got BF1 Racer. I think he's on an outlap by the looks of it, because he's not going very fast. Very slowly on that outlap. He's obviously bringing the tyres in nice and slowly, but very cautious on the outlap here from Ben. Perhaps he has got his Lego here, and perhaps that's the reason for him being so slow. Actually forgot to put his helmet on tonight. He's just moving over nicely. Was obviously coming through on a faster lap there, so he just moved over. Here comes Roberts again. I don't know if he's on an outlap or if he's on a flat lap. We'll soon see. Yeah, he's on an in lap. He's coming into the pit, so we'll see. Elites is on, so we'll go on board with Ben. So what Ben's doing here, he's going very slow. We've now got Aldalf on a lap, so we'll follow Aldalf. T9436 is on a lap as well, so we'll just follow him for the remainder of his lap. And down the back straight here. Brakes just before the 50-metre board into the turn there. Up and round the hill. This is a nasty bend. If you touch the curve there, you pretty much have gone it. A little bit cautious on the brake pedal there. Let's see how Aldalf is getting on. Now coming up the hill here to turns 9 and 10. And the mighty Mercedes. See what kind of lap times he can post here. I think this is going to be a very interesting Q1 session. Elites is retired, so he feels that he's happy with the time that he's posted, which is a pretty good time if I'm perfectly honest with you. Really using all the road in the car there to try and drag the most out of the performance. So here we go, DRS open across the line. It's going to be, wow, a 125.3, even quicker than Elites went. So I'm expecting at least 124s from these guys when it comes to pole. At least 124s. Let's see who we've got next across the line. I think it's going to be Shrimper. So Shrimper's out at the final corner. DRS open across the line. That's a 126.001. Nice time there. No shows is on another lap here. Who else have we got on laps? BF1 races going around very slowly. Lukey's crept into the top 6 with a 126.1 there. Peanuts now coming down at the back straight here. Always a little bit wide there into the turn as he comes round out. Held it nicely. See the yellow flags there, so somebody's going slowly in sector 3 here. Yeah, nice drive out the final corner there. Really positioned the car very well. As Ben and Lukey get out of the way. Around the final corner here. Final 2 turns, as they call it. The final one isn't really a turn. DRS open. Over the start finish line. 126.4. Dangerous Dan finally makes an appearance from the pit lane. So it'll be interesting to see if he's actually going to put in a lap. Vettel and Sink Dan feel that they don't need to go out just yet. So we'll see what happens there. Aldo for the fastest time at the moment. I think everybody is coming in the pits this lap. Yeah, BF1 races retired. Rimper into the pits, no shows into the pits. Peanut will be coming down into the pits. I think Dan is retired from the session, so I think he's safe to say he's not going out now. Yeah, everyone seems to be retiring now, so I think a lot of people are going to skip Q1. See if Dangerous Dan is going to go for a flying lap. That'll be interesting to see. We'll see what Dangerous Dan can do. So Dangerous Dan going to wind up for a lap here, or is he going to dive in the pits and retire along with everybody else? Oh, look out, Herman the German! Vettel is out on a lap in the Ferrari. Don't do a grove on there, Vettel, please. Here we go, Dangerous Dan is going to set a lap, so here we go. Down the main straight, brakes just after the 100-metre board, into turn 1, very nicely through there. Turn 2 and turn 3, up the hill, DRS open. Powerful as you can get. Take a little bit of curb on the entries, we'll open up the corner here. Yeah, nicely through there, really nicely through. Yeah, nice traction. Places the car really well as he comes over the curves. Yeah, really nicely through there. Downhill braking, this can sometimes be a bit tricky as you just run a little bit wide in the up camber, but everything seems okay. Back on the up on the power, up the hill, into this horrible turn here. One of the slowest corners on the Formula 1 calendar. I don't like it myself, but we'll see. Dan gets through it okay. DRS opens down the back straight. Brakes just before the 50-metre wall. Wow, that's incredible. Bump back on the power, up the hill, use a bit of curb on the outside, do not touch the curb on the inside. Let me get the rotation in here, rotation! Nicely into turn, there, yeah, lovely. Down the back straight, here we go. So now coming up to the final turns, 14 and 15, we'll see what happens. Yeah, very well held there, nice line. So DRS open, over the line, and it's a 1:26.6. Vettel seems to have backed out of his lap, so I don't quite know what he's doing there, so we're right on board with no-shows. Let's go for another run here. Coming through turn 4 there, towards turn 5 and 6. He's a little bit down on his first second time, but I suspect he's on warm tyres here. Yeah, 4 laps old they are, so a little bit wide there in the hairpin. Up the hill, it's a little bit scruffy. See what happens here in this horrible turn. Oh, he's run actually really well for tyres that have done 4 laps already. Oh, he's caught the curve there. Careful no-shows, that's a nasty place to be on that curb. We've got Todd now winding up for a lap as well. As we get to the end of sector 2, where's no-shows? Oh, he's 2.5 seconds down, so I don't think he's going to be improving on that lap, so we'll follow T9436 here. Always wide into turn 1, just brakes a little bit too late. Turn 2, turn 3 up the hill, DRS open. Up to about 190 mile an hour before we get to the braking zone of turn 4. Dangerous Dan's retired from the session as well, so he's obviously happy with the lap he's set. As we get to the end of sector 1, he's 2 tenths up, so that's a good lap so far. Into turn 7, down the hill to turn 8. A little bit wide at that hairpin as well. Oh, he's backed out. I think he's backed out of that one. Vettel's going very slowly on the apex here. Up the hill. I don't know if he's going to set a lap here or if he's going to maybe see what's going to happen with the rest of his qualifying here. So we'll see. I think apart from that we might all be done. Let's see if T9436 sets another lap in the AlphaTauri. I think he might go for one more. We'll see what happens here at the moment. So he's now coming down the back straight towards turn 14 and 15. 15 isn't really a corner, but they class it as one. Is he going to go for another lap, or is he going to peel off? No, I think he's going to go for another lap, so here we go. DRS open, Vettel's retired for a second, so he's obviously happy with the lap he's set or not set. Here we go into turn 1. He's a little bit wide again, just a little bit light on the brakes. So here we go, up the hill, DRS open. Towards turn 4, uses a lot of extra track, best way to open up turn 4. Nice traction out of the corner there, so as we go on to turn 5 and 6, oh, he's got it wrong, no! That's not how you want to go around that corner. So that's a little bit of a shame. No-shows are still going around on the same tyres. I don't know quite what he's planning to achieve here, but we'll find out. don't know if no shows he's just doing a few sighter laps here, or if he's actually trying to improve his time, but I don't think he's going to get much better on 6-lap old softs. He's the only person in the session to yet retire, so we'll see what happens when he comes towards the end of the lap. There's only 15 seconds left, but that might let him finish the lap, as being as he's on a flyer, so we'll see. Is he going to finish the lap, or is he going to peel into the pits? He's going to finish the lap. DRS open. 8/10 down. Seems as if he's going for another lap here, so I don't really understand what the thinking is behind this. But we'll find out, I suppose, at the end. So it looks like the session's over there. I don't know quite what No Shows was trying to achieve there. We'll find out later. So, as we have it at the moment, T9436 and Stygian will not be progressing through to Q2. So that gives us a top 14 of RSF1 Science, Unity Hash, Sync Dan, RSF1 Vettel, BF1 Racer, Grunty, Peanut, Luke 1210, No Shows, FPRL Roberts, Shrimper 84, Dangerous Dan, RSF1 Elites, and Aldalf. I seem to have kicked out, so just bear with me a second and we'll see what's happening. Just try and rejoin the session here. See if we can just join back in again. Should be okay. Sorry about this. Right, here we go. Should join. We might miss the first few minutes of Q2, but I'm sure we'll be okay. So as we join the action, RSF1 Vettel looks like he's the first person out of the pits. Aldalf is out already as well. So here we go, Herman the German. Let's see if he sets a proper lap this time. Follow Aldalf first because he was the first one out. We'll see if we can follow him and Vettel both together. Is Vettel going to try and overtake Aldalf, or is he going to sit behind? No, I think he's going to go for the first lap. Here we go. So we're going to ride on board with Vettel first by the looks of things. A little tyre warm up down the back straight there, yeah. Little wiggle, lovely. That's a little bit of a corner cut there, Mr. Vettel. All sides has retired from the session. What's happened to Sainz? Missed that, so I'm not too sure. Well, Vettel has moved over, so he is going to let Aldalf pass. So Aldalf is going to be the first person to set a lap, so here we go. On board of Aldalf. Down the main straight, here we go. So, down the main straight in 8th gear. Just about touching 195 miles an hour before he hits the brakes into turn 1. A little bit wide in the first turn there, but good traction will give you the time back. Up the hill, DRS open, all the way up to turn 4. He's pulled out as well. So we'll go on board with Vettel. Out of turn 4, down towards the end of the first sector to 27.7. Through turn 6, 7. Oh, a little bit of a wobble on, a little bit of a wobble. Down the hill into turn 8, let's see if he continues the lap. Yeah, he's going to continue the lap, so here we go, into turns 9 and 10. A little bit wide there as well, so we'll see what happens. The DRS open down the back straight. Touching probably 195 mile an hour yet before he hits the brakes. Turn 11, up into turn 12. Nasty curve there, be careful of that on the inside. Turn 13, end of sector 2, it's a 1050. So down the back straight here, you've got dangerous stand on the medium tyres. There's a few different strategies already to play out in this qualifying session. There's a little bit wide at turn 14 as well. Turn 15, he's backed out. It seems as if nobody wants to finish a lap today. So Vettel crossed the line of 1:31.4. Although it's not his all-out best. Aldalf 1:33.0, but that's not his best either. Just riding on board with Captain Lego here in the Red Bull. Down the back straight. Just touched 195 on the brakes into turn 11. On those shows is set at 1:27.3 on the medium tyres. That's a good lap. So here we go. Ben comes to the end of sector 2. It's a 1:04.5. A little bit clumsy over the last corner there. So here we go, down the last straight towards turn 14. Uses all the extra curb he can. Nicely at turn 14. Oh, there's a little bit of a wobble on as he gets on the power. DRS open, front line speed! It's a 1:25.8. Good lap from Ben, but there's room for improvement. Runs post to 1:32.1 on the mediums. Aldalf's on it again, so we'll see what happens this time round. Although I fear that he might be an in-lap. He isn't really pushing. RSF1 Vettel following us round, so I don't know if these two are working together, giving each other the toe, or I think that would be quite silly if they did, but we'll see. So are these two about to come into the pits? Yes, they are, yeah. The dangerous stand is, here we go, turn 5, 28.0, turn 6, turn 7, turn 8, down the hill, mostly stopped there. A little bit of a wobble as he puts the power down, up as we go up the hill into turn 9 and 10. Mostly round there, DRS open, but all the way to the floor. These are the tyres he wants to start the race on, so we'll see what sort of time he can post. Into turn 11 here, nicely there, just a little bit of curb, up the hill towards turn 12, get away from that inside curb. Turn 13, the interceptor to us at 1:05.5, so we'll see what that translates to at the end of the lap. Down the back straight. Nice traction down there as he comes down into turn 14 and 15. Yeah, lovely in there, picks up the traction just nicely. Yeah, throttle, full power, DRS open. And it's going to be a 1:26.975. So we've had laps from everybody apart from Elite. think Dan, Unity Hush is now on the lap. And he goes third with a 1:26.8. Nice lap. We've got Roberts, he's now about to start a lap, so here we go, let's ride on board. So as we got towards turn 1, 210 mile an hour as he hits the brakes into turn 1. Nicely picks up the throttle there, turn 2, turn 3, up the hill, DRS open. The car on the inside there staying nicely out of the way, which is Unity Hush. So it takes a bit of extra curb into turn 4, rotate the car. Picks up the track, picks up the power well again, into turn 5 here. 6, turn 3, turn 7, down the hill towards turn 8. As we go up the hill here towards turn 9 and 10, picks up the power well again on the medium tyres. Let's see what happens here into turn 10. Yeah, nice turn in there, picks up the power well again, DRS open, down the back straight, speed! Takes a bit of extra curve as well into turn 11, open up that corner really nicely, up the hill towards turn 12, stay away from that nasty corner again. And the end of sector 2 is 105.7, nicely into turn 13 there, a little bit wobbly on the exit, comes down a final straight towards turn 14 or 15, nicely in, just a little bit of curve there, a little bit of curve on the outside. Picks up the power nicely, DRS open, over the line, it's a 1:27.3. We picked up Vettel, but I'm sure he might be on an in-lap, oh he's on an out-lap, sorry, so he's going again on the mediums, so that could be the reason why he's slowed considerably towards the end of his soft run lap. I don't know why it's still saying Vettel's got the fastest lap on 1:31.4 because it's clearly not. Right, so Sink Dan is now ready to set a lap with the Mercedes, so here we go. 205, 206 mile an hour into turn 1, so clearly running a little bit more aero than Roberts. Picks up the power nicely through turn 2, turn 3, up towards turn 4. He's going to be breaching 190 mile an hour, 195 mile an hour as he turns into turn 4 here. Picks up the power very nicely, changes up one extra gear just to dull that wheel spin. Through turn 6 and 7, down the hill towards turn 8. Yeah, early upshift again just to dull that power and wheel spin as you come up the hill. Through turns 9 and 10. A little bit wide in there, but I think he'll get away with that. DRS open, down the back straight. Best part, 195 mile an hour before you hit the brakes here as well. Through into turn 11, a little bit wide there, but I think you'll get away with that as well. Through turn 12, towards the end of sector 2, it's a 105.2. This could be a very good lap. So on the power nicely, a little bit of curve on the exit just to give himself a little bit more traction. Down the hill towards turn 14. A little bit wide there, picks up the power, just a little bit over the curve on the outside. DRS open, and he's going to cross the line. It's going to be a 1:26.7. That puts him in third place. It's all starting to ramp up just a little bit now. Seems as if Vettel is on an out lap. Either that or he's back out of the lap he was doing. So we've got, oh, Grunty's gone round. Oh, Grunty. Aldal's now coming to the end of this out lap, so we'll follow this one well. Here we go, DRS open, down the main straight, front line speed! Down the main straight, up to 206, 207, 207 mile an hour, so clearly a little bit more aero as well there. Into turn 1 nicely, through turn 2, picks up the power well, good traction, DRS open, up the hill, towards turn 4. Takes a lot of extra curve to get that rotation. Into turn 4, through turn 5, 6, 7. A little bit over the curve. Oh, he's dropped it. Oh, keep it out of the barrier. Keep it out of the barrier. Well held there. Very well held. Luke, he hasn't set a lap yet. Neither has Elites. Grunty now coming up to turn 4 again. Aldalf is on a slow lap. Bertel's on a 105.1, so he's going to be the next one across the line. So we'll follow the German here. Using a lot of extra road here. I don't know if that's helpful or not. Uses all the road into turn 14, through turn 15, a little bit of curb there. DRS open. Schnell! Over the line, it's 126.4, it's good enough for third place. The only thing is he set 2 laps on the medium tyres, so we'll see how that plays out at the end. We've got Peanut now, ready to set a lap. He's going around on the softs on an out lap. Seems as if Grunty's pulled out of his lap as well. We've now got Aldalf coming up. I think he's going to have another go on these tyres, so we'll stick on board with Aldalf here just to see what happens. Yeah, he is going to go for another lap, so DRS open across the line. Here we go. So, into turn 1, nicely in there. Nicely picks up the power. Extra down, extra upshift just to dull the power. Up the hill into turn 4, uses all the extra road he possibly can to get that rotation. Lovely, nicely round. Turn 5 and 6. 27.8 at the start of the first sector, or the end of the first sector. Down the hill through turn 7 into turn 8. Early down, early upshift just to dull the power again. Past RSF on Vessel on the inside, he leaves him plenty of space, which is very kind. Through turns 9 and 10 nicely. Opens the DRS. I think this is probably just going to be a banker lap from Aldalf. May go again after this, but I don't know if he'll have enough time, so we'll see. So through turn 11, up the hill towards turn 12. Got a few people retiring from the session now, so they must be happy with the times that have been set. Very, very mixed strategy there though, so we've got quite a few people on the softs, we've got a few options for the mediums as well. But we'll see how it all shakes out at the start of the race. So we've now got Aldalf coming around turn 14 and 15 towards the final corners. DRS open, across the line, and it's a 126.5, so it's good enough for 4 fastest. Let's see if we've got anybody else now. Unity Hush is on an out lap, No Shows is on an out lap, Roberts is on an out lap, and so is Elites. So we'll follow these guys around as they come. So it looks like it's going to be Unity Hush first. As Mattel stays right out the way there, so here we go. Right, Unity Hush is going to come into the pits. Don't quite know what's going on there. No Shows is just making himself a bit of space, I feel here. No Shows is going to be first of these to set the next lap. So here we go, let's ride on board with No Shows. So we've got No Shows, Elites and Roberts in that order. So, oh sorry, we've got Elites first, sorry. We've got Elites. First is now coming up to turn 4, Elites is now coming up to turn 5 and turn 6. 27.5 for the first sector, nicely held through the turn there, turn 7, down the hill towards turn 8. A little bit of a lock-up, but I think we'll get away with that, so we'll see what happens. Up the hill towards turns 9 and 10. A little bit of a lock-up, but rotates the car nicely. DRS open, down the back straight. See where No Shows is, through turn 9 and 10, yeah, lovely as well. DRS open, down the back straight. You see how Roberts is getting on through turns 9 and 10 as well. They all seem to be in the same part of the racetrack. So Elites is now coming to the end of sector 2. It's a 104.1. This could well be the quickest time for this session, so we'll see. We'll just follow him down the back straight. Roberts is now coming to the end of, it's a 104.8. He's up by 8 tenths as well. So Elites is now through the final corners. DRS open across the line. It's a 125.1 for Elites. No Shows, DRS open across the line at 125.8. And Roberts is now back across the line. It's a 126.0. Nice laps from everybody. Lukey did set a time of 126.8 on the mediums, but unfortunately it was only good enough for 11th. Peanut sneaks in there with a 1:25.8 as well. That's a good lap. I think that is the end of Q2 as well, by the looks of that, guys. Yeah, Lukey's bringing it round into the pits. Yeah, Luke was retired from the session, so he obviously has no more to give. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Q2. We have 5 viewers, so thank you very much everybody who's viewing at the current moment. So from Q2 we lose Lukey 1210 in the Racing Point, Dangerous Dan in the Alfa Romeo, Grunty in the Williams, and RSF1 Signs in the Renault. Good evening, Tomo. It's nice to see you're here. I don't know if you heard my commentary on Captain Lego. I fear you will be laughing if you heard it, so that's all good. So as we go into Q3, that's going to be very interesting to see who can cut the mustard, as they say. Oh, it's caught up. There we go. It's saying everybody was on an outlap, but they're not. So we'll see who's the first to blink. But it'll be interesting to see in this session who has got the best setup, who has got the best car underneath them to bring at home to get pole position. They're still saying Vettel's got the fastest lap time of 1:31.4. I don't really know what's happened there, but we'll see. So it looks like Herman the German is the first out again. See if we can get some sort of order for you guys. So Vettel is going to follow no-shows, and by the looks of it, yeah, no-shows is first out. Vettel second. Stink Dan third. We'll see what these guys can come up with in this final qualifying session. I think this is going to be really interesting, like I say, who's got the best setup for this particular part of qualifying, who can carry that setup into the race as well. So it'll be interesting to see exactly who has got what left at the end of this session. Yes, I'm very, very intrigued. So as no shows comes round, turn 9 and 10, down the back straight. Will he give us a wiggle to warm up them tyres? No, he's going to keep it straight. That's all going to get very busy in the next 10 minutes, so I will try my best, everybody, to keep you as up to date as we can be. Looks like no shows is going to be first over the line, very closely followed by Vettel. So let's see what happens. Right, no shows as we go down the main straight. DRS open, crosses the line down towards turn 1, underneath the start finish line there. As we get to turn 1, nicely into turn 1 there, picks up the traction very nicely. A little bit wide there over the last corner, so we'll see what happens with that. Into turn 4, uses a lot of road into turn 4 there. Wow, really does use a lot of road. Nicely out of there. Let's see what it is at the end of sector 1. It's a 27.8, so I don't fear this is no show's best lap. Down the hill towards turn 8. Always a little bit wide on the traction as well. As he puts the power down coming out of turn 8, he gets a little bit of a snap on. Into turns 9 and 10, nice lead. DRS open, picks up the power well. Let's see how it's going for Vettel. Seems to be a very tidy lap at the moment. I haven't seen the start of his lap, so let's see where no shows is. Up the hill towards turn 12, let's see where he is at the end of sector 2. It's a 1:04.7. Let's see where we are comparative to Vettel. It's a 1:04.3, so Vettel is up by about 4/10 at this current moment in time. So let's see what happens as he gets to the end of the straight here. Just Roberts pulling out the way there just to let Vettel through, and no shows. So no shows he's going to set the first time. It's a 1:25.9. Vettel is going to set a 1:25.3. So that's the time they've all got to beat at the moment. Sink down now about to come across the line, and it's a 1:25.9. Here we go, Captain Lego. What time is he going to set? Oh, it's a 1:25.7. Captain Lego is just behind the German. The German and the Lego man. Currently on the front row. Unity Huff, I think, is going to be the next one across the line. Opens the DRS, so let's see what time Unity's going to do. A 1:26.1. Seems as if the track has slowed down a little bit. Grimper goes in fifth with a 1:25.9. Aldalf now goes fast on a 1:25.0. Wow. I said I was expecting a 1:24 from these guys in the top of the pole position awards. We've now got Roberts coming up the hill from turn 11 towards turn 12. Stay away from that inside curve there, Roberts. Beautifully done, beautifully done. In at turn 13, it's a 1:04.7, so he's a little bit down on the best ultimate time, but let's see where this puts him. So down the last straight, breaks just before the 50-metre board into turn 14, through turn 15, which isn't really a corner. Opens the DRS. It's a 1:25.9, so it's good enough for 6th place at the moment. So Peanut's going to be the next one across the line. It's going to be a 1:26.2, so that's good enough for 9th place at the moment. Elites hasn't set a lap. So I think they're all going to come back into the pits, fresh tyres on for one more run. Well, how about this? 2 Germans and a Lego man in the top 3. It'll be interesting to see if anybody can dip into the 1:24s. I'd like to think so, but it would certainly be good to see. So I think everybody's now coming around to change tyres and go for another run here in Q3. This is where we get to the business end of qualifying now. They're going to put their new tyres on. They're going to treat them very, very carefully on those out laps to get the best performance on that flying lap. I think you've got to give a little bit of grip at the start of the lap here to benefit at the end, because there's quite a few fast flowing corners at the end of the lap that seem to take a fair bit of life out of the tyres. So we'll see what happens on the Q2 and the Q3 second runs. So we've got Vettel out again. We've got Sink Down out again. Sink Down is the first. Vettel will be second. So let's follow Sink Down on the outlap here. Treating those tyres very, very gently, very, very carefully shifting gear there. Very, very gently on the tyres. So we've got RSF1 Vettel going slowly in the background. Very, very carefully treating them tyres, very, very well looking after them. Treating them like his favourite granny, as Martin Brundle would say. Ah, here he is, the man we all know as Lego. He's out on a lap again after he took the mick out of me for crashing on my outlap last week. I feel that's only fair that I give him a little bit of stick in return. So he's obviously got rid of his Lego hair now, and he's got his racing helmet on, so he'll be more aerodynamically efficient now. So let's see exactly where this goes. But we will follow Sink Down first. Oh, let's see what place with Vettel. He has what place with Vettel. So Vettel's going to be the first one across the line to set a lap. DRS open down the main straight. Front speed! 200, 201, 202. But we'll get to 205 mile an hour before he turns into turn 1. Nicely on the apex there. Really, really well picked up. Turns 2, turn 3. Nice power. nice traction there. DRS Open up the hill towards turn 4. Uses all the extra road he can and some traction. Power nicely down there. Into turns 5 and 6. The 27.5 in the first second was 2/10 up. Oh, he's a little wiggle through turn 7. That makes him wide in turn 8. Oh, he's going to lose a bit of time there. Oh, that's a shame, but it's right up to a very, very good lap. So if we do through turns 9 and 10. Early downshift there to dull the power to get the car straightened out, get the better traction. Down the back straight. He's going to brake just before the 50-metre board. Literally just before the 50-metre board. Into turn 11, up the hill towards turn 12. What is it, the end of sector 2? It's a 1:04.0, so he's still that 2 and a bit tenths up. He's a little bit wide on the exit over the curb. Will that cost him any time? I think it might well do. But as he comes down to turn 14 here, brakes again just before the 50-metre board. He's wide again. Really, really wide on the exit. Has a wobble and he's going to back out. Oh no! St. Dan's invalidated as well. Ben. What's Ben doing? Ben's slow as well. No-shows is on an outlap, so let's follow no-shows. DRS Open down the main straight. The key question is, have these guys got enough time to get another set of tyres on and get out again? Ben's going to go into the pits. He obviously felt like he couldn't improve on that lap. We've got Aldalf on an outlap already. Ben's retired from the second. He's obviously got the best out of it. I think Vettel's just left the pits to go on another outlap, so we'll see what happens there. Where's that Roberts? That's Roberts who's now coming out of the pits. So we've got Roberts and Peanut following each other out of the pits here, so we'll see what them guys can do. We've got elites now coming around 5, 6 and 7. Peanut's coming up to first sector. Unity Hush is now coming around 6 and 7 as well. Shrimp has just literally come out of the pits on his outlap. So I think it is going to be no-shows first across the line to start this next run of laps. Vettel's on an outlap as well. He's got 1:10. Can he get round? I don't know if he's got enough time. Has he got enough time to get round? It's going to be really, really close. Really close. The Shrimp is nice enough to move out of the way. Or is Shrimp on an outlap as well? Shrimp is on an outlap, so they're fighting for track position here. They've only got 50 seconds to make it round to the start finish line, otherwise their laps will not be counted. So here we go, no-shows is going again, but these tyres are a lap old, so we'll see where it shakes out at the end. DRS Open, and he's already backed out. He's already backed out, so we've got Aldalf now. Looks like he could be the first one to set the best of the second lap times. Into turn 1, into turn 4 we go. Slightly early down upshift just to dull the traction. It's a 27.3, 6,000 of a second up on his time. Into turn 8. Nicely held on the apex there, so that'll be interesting to see what happens as he gets up to turn 9 and 10. As we get up to the 2 turns here, 9 and 10, he's slightly wide. Will that compromise his line? I think it will. I think it will compromise the power down as well. But he's flat down the back straight, DRS wide open. Brakes just on the 50-metre board into turn 11. Up the hill into turn 12. Let's see where we go from here. At the end of turn, it's a 1:03.8. He's a 10th up. The 10th for the bit up. Wow, what a lap. Let's see what happens at the end of the lap. So he's coming down the final straight now. Brakes just before the 50-metre board again. Really nicely hugs that inside line of 14. Down the straight, DRS Open, can he improve any more on his line, on his time? That's a 1:24.8 they've all got to aim at. A 1:24.8. Vettel must have crossed the line just in time. No-shows doesn't improve, so stays first. And Leeds has just popped in a 1:24.869. Oh, what a lap for the Leeds. St. Dan crosses the line, it's a 1:25.7. Here comes Roberts to cross the line. Let's see what happens. Come on, That's a 1:25.6. That's good enough for 6th place. Shrimper's now coming down the final straight across the line. There we go. Let's see what he does. DRS open. That's a 1:25.6. And that is the end of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Shrimper will finish 6th. So let's see where it all shakes out. Wow, what an end there. What a frantic 5 minutes at the end there. So we've got RSF1 Elites on pole on a 1:24.8. Aldal second on a 1:24.883. RSF1 Vettel third on a 1:25.0. Unity Hush fourth. No Shows fifth. Shrimper sixth. FPRL Roberts in the Ferrari, P7. Sink down in the Mercedes, P8. Captain Lego in the Red Bull, 1:25.7 in 9th, and Peanut 10th in the Haas on a 1:25.8. So, ladies and gents, we're just waiting for everybody to ready up, and then we will see what happens at the start of the race here. Thank you for all 5 people who are currently viewing. I'm trying my best, so please let me know if there's any bad lagging or anything like that in the chat, please. So, who has got the best strategy to win this race? I think there's a few people out there who could surprise. I think there's a few people out there who could have a very good race. I'm certainly intrigued to see what happens. So we'll just wait for these guys to ready up on the grid, and then we'll do the formation lap as we go round. We will see how it all shakes out. So there we go, the first few people have readied up. So we've got a few seconds, 20 seconds countdown now before we get going on the formation lap. here we go, away on the formation lap. So we've got a few people slow to get away. RSF1 Vettel, it looks like, has not pulled away yet, so I don't really understand what's going on there. But we are on the formation lap anyway. RSF1 Vettel has been disqualified for the session, probably for not moving, so we'll see what happens there. So in first position, pole position, we have RSF1 Elites in the Alfa Romeo. In second place, in the Mercedes, we have Aldalf. Third place was RSF1 Vettel. He's been disqualified, so I don't know if that'll count for the race. Fourth place, we have Unity Hush in the Red Bull. Fifth place, repping for Team Williams, we have no shows. In sixth place, it's Shrimper for the mighty orange McLarens. Ferrari of FPRL Roberts in P7. Sink Dan Mercedes in P8. Captain Lego BF1 Racer in P9 in the Red Bull. Honda Power! Peanut in the Haas in P10. Racing Point. Has to be disqualified for the session as well. Dangerous Dan 212 in the second Alfa Romeo. Grunty is the second Williams repping it up crew. RSF1 Science in the Renault. In the AlphaTauri we have T9436 and Stygian. And in 17th place for McLaren we have FRR Milan. So as they all make their way down the final straight, we've now got RSF1 Elites, who's about to do his last few time warm-up and burnouts before we get to the grid. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets the better start here, because he is on the medium tyres. He is on the, soft tyres, and we have got Aldalf on the medium tyres. So Vettel and Unity Hush do take up their spots on the grid. So let's see what happens as we get ready for the start. Just waiting for the last people to queue up at the back of the grid to form up here, which is Stygian. So we've got a green flag at the back. Oh, this is going to be like June the 21st when they open the pubs again, isn't it? Everybody's just going to try and get down to that first corner. Here we go, so 5 red lights. Foot to the floor, we're out the door. It's just like it's going to be on June the 21st when they open the pubs. So we've got RSF1 Elites and Aldalf down at the first corner, and Aldalf has got the legs. Aldalf's going to be in at turn 1 in first place, and he does. It sort of made everyone a little bit slow in the background. We've got a bit of sort of coming together there. And we've got both the AlphaTauris off at the start there together. But RSF1 Elites is ahead of Aldalf again as they come out of turn 4. RSF1 Vettel and No Shows battle it out for 4th and 3rd. No Shows has got the inside line. Maybe the extra grip from those soft tyres. So can he get past Aldalf as well? We've got BF1 Race from Unity Hush fighting as well. Roberts is in there as well. We've now got Peanut on the outside. Can he make it around the outside of Unity Hush? I think Hush is just going to hold the line. Hush does hold the line, but it's the better traction for Peanut coming out of the turn there. So we've got T9436 Stygian right at the back. Grunty's at the back as well, but he's making a little bit of progress there, so we'll see how he gets on over the course of the race. But as far as it stays at the moment, RSF1 Elites is the man on the move. Lost first place just coming up to that first turn, but managed to get it back up to turn 4. But it'll be interesting to see who's got the faster car at this stage of the Grand Prix, because as we know, those soft tyres will fall off after probably the first sort of 8 or 9 laps. So it'll be interesting to see can Aldalf stay in the first sort of 4 or 5 seconds behind. But Sink Dan has now got past a elites. I think we've got a bit of a mix-up here. It's playing up sort of at the moment. Right, so we've got elites still in first place. Aldal second. No Shows chasing down hard. That Mercedes for second place. RSF1 Vettel is in fourth. And then behind him, in fifth, we've got Shrimper and BF1 Racer. And Roberts is coming on the inside of pit! I thought he's going to make it stick then. He's around the outside of turn 7. Can he make it stick? He's going to make it stick into turn 8. What a move! Oh, and Ben's lost ground to Peanut as well. Peanut's going to get the traction up to turn 9 and 10, but can he keep it? Yes, Ben does just keep that place, but can Peanut get the better exit coming out of turn 10? He's holding BF1 Racing, he's holding P7 at the moment, so it's going to be interesting to see, can he hold on? Elite seems to be pulling away just a little bit at the front there. He's 1.1 seconds clear now. We've got RSF1 Vettel is ahead of No Shows again in third place. Herman the German, he's done it! Can he keep the medium tyres ahead of No Shows on the soft tyres? It'll be interesting to see if he can keep No Shows behind. It could be good for his race later on. Vettel's coming into the pits. Oh no, he's not. He's coming in as a fake. He's a dummy. No Shows is hard on the heels. Is he going to make a move into turn 1? No, he just sticks better of it, stays behind. We've got Shrimper behind in 5th place. Roberts is hunting down Shrimper, so it's going to be interesting to see how quickly can Roberts catch up with Shrimper there. So they're all quite close to each other. BF1 Racer is really struggling at the start here. Peanuts all over the back of that Red Bull. It's like watching Alex Albon. Oh, Ben has a moment. He slides out turn 7. Can he keep ahead of Peanut in the Haas? He just does for the moment. There's quite a queue getting very interested behind BF1 Racing here. Oh! And RSF1 size has just hit the back of Peanut. It's giving him wing damage. Peanut is still focused on BF1 Racing in front of him. We've got Unity Hush behind Peanut. RSF1 size has dropped back a little bit with that wing damage. Can he keep that maintained, or will he have to pit? We've got FFR Milan, who's now very, very interested in the back of that McLaren. Oh, they've come together! Oh, the McLaren's gone round! Oh, why, that was maybe a day late and $1 short. We'll have to see. Grunty's in last place at the moment. I think he's enjoying himself out there, though. So RSF1 leads to stretch the lead a little bit more. So he's now 1.4 seconds ahead of Aldo. We've got Vettel and No Show still very, very close, with Shrimper and Roberts getting very interested as well. I think if No Show's isn't careful here, Shrimper can be very interested up the inside. Yeah, we've got FPRL Roberts in 6th place in the Ferrari, doing a very, very solid job. And we've got BF1 Racer and Peanut. Oh, and it's all going off. Uni Hush is ahead of BF1 Racer and Peanut. How on earth did that happen? We've got them all. Oh, BF1 Racer is going around the outside. What a move! Into turn 6 and 7, Unity Hush got them both down that straight. How on earth did that happen? Oh, we've got Sig Dad's going on the inside of Peanut as well. No Shows, he's run wide in turn 8. Sig Dan is still not prepared to give this up. He's still trying to battle out WRP here. There's a very, very, very few interested people. Peanut's had a very, very bad few sectors of this lap. He's all over the place, and he's now got Sig Dan on the inside into turn 13, and he's through. No Shows follows as well. Can No Shows make it through before they get to the end of turn 14? I don't think he will. He backs out of it very slightly, and we've got Lukey coming around the outside. Lukey's around the outside. Can he keep the momentum? Oh, Peanut's got a penalty speeding in the pit lane. Oh no! So No Shows, can No Shows keep Lukey behind? No, Lukey's going to make it round. And Dangerous Dan goes around the outside as well of No Shows. No Shows has had a terrible lap. What on earth happened in that lap to No Shows? And we've now got Dangerous Dan fighting Lukey. That stays the same just for now. There's a very, very good battle at the back end of this. We've now got no-shows in 12th place behind Stiggy. He's had a terrible lap. He needs to just recuperate and just regain his thoughts and just make sure he's doing what he needs to be doing. But RSF1 Signs does come into the pits to get rid of that wing damage. He's got one of the hard tyres. So him and Peanut are now fighting very hard over last place. Can Peanut do it? Peanut's around the outside. He's through. But this is very good for Aldalf because he's managing to maintain a gap of between sort of 1.3 and 1.5 seconds to Elite. I wonder if them tyres are already starting to suffer a little bit because RSF1 Vettel behind in third place in the Ferrari on the medium tyres is only an extra 1.3 seconds back. They've dropped Shrimper a little bit, by 2.5 seconds. FPRL Robertson very, very close to the back of Shrimper in 5th place. So we'll see how that unfolds. Unity Hush is now in 6th place, Lucy in 7th, Dangerous down in 8th, Sink down in 9th, No Shows in 10th, and BF1 Racer in 11th. So Ben's had a bad lap as well. What on earth has happened to these Red Bull guys? Oh, Ben's late on the brakes and he's gone wide. It's going to give No Shows the momentum up the inside, and it does, and No Shows is on the gravel. Does he manage to hold it? He does, he's just held it. But does that let Ben through on the outside? And that does, Ben's through into turn 4. Wow, the action in this race is fantastic. These two guys, Ben and No Shows, they just need to have a couple of reset laps and just get back to basics and just try and just get back on a good lap here. But Ben's wide in turn 10 again. Is that going to give No Shows the DRS? It does down the back straight. So can No Shows do it with the momentum? We're going to see because Ben's got the DRS as well. No, Ben shuts the DRS in turn 11. It's all got a bit quiet at the back here. But Aldalf is now catching up to Elites. He's he's just over a second behind. He's just out of the DRS. Really, really frustrating. He's just out of the DRS. But the pit window is now open between laps 7 and 9 for the hard 2-stop strategy. So we'll see what happens there. Peanut and Stygian have both got penalties, so they've had an adventure off the track somewhere. RSF1 Vettel is having a very, very solid race. Shrimper and Roberts are still together. Unity Hush is slowly catching these guys as well. So we've got Dangerous Dan, Lukey and Sink Dan in very, very close proximity. Is Sink Dan going to make a move down the inside? No, he thinks better of it. Oh, but FFR Milan has got past Ben. Can he make it stick, or can Ben get the traction on the outside? He's through. He's through. Ben's gone down another place. Into turn 7 as they come through. As we go on board, we just watch backwards to BF1 Racer and see where is it all going wrong for BF1 Racer. We had a brilliant start. Behind BF1 Racer, he's got quite a gap of 15 seconds to T9436. Brunty's a further 3 seconds back. We've got Peanut 2.1 seconds back. Stygian's 2.4 and RSF1 Signs is 8 tenths back. But I fear with them hard tyres on it, maybe a few laps before he gets any benefit out of that. But look at this. Aldalf is now less than a second behind Elites. So can he get the DRS down the straight? And Elites has gone into the pits. Elites has gone into the pits, so it's now going to be Aldalf and RSF1 Vettel, P1 and P2. So with the DRS, can Vettel close on Aldalf? Shrimper now goes up to 3rd, Unity Hush in 4th. Elites is going to the hards. Where's Elites going to come out? He's currently P8. It's going to be about P11 or P12. Roberts is in as well. He's gone to the hard tyres. BF1 Racing's in as well. What's Ben going to go to? Ben goes to the hard tyres as well. It's going to be very interesting for their race to see where these guys come out, because where's Roberts going to come out? Roberts has come out in 11th, so he's just beat T9436 out of the pits. But BF1 Racing's all the way down in last place. Ben, he's had to hit the brakes hard as well just to avoid the back of RSF1 Signs. Stygian is weaving on the straight there to try and get some heat into them tyres. He's very, very very close to RSF1 Science. Can BF1 Racer come through the pack as well? So we've now got RSF1 Vettel's less than 0.3 of a second back on Aldelf. Is he going to make a move down the main straight here, or is he going to try and do it into turn 14? The two Germans at the front, German efficiency. Here we go. Right on board of RSF1 Vettel. Can he get the DRS open? Can he get the move made? Aldelf's Weaver to try and break the two. Oh, Vettel's done the dummy up the inside into turn 1. Will Aldelf hold on around the outside? He does, they touch. But as they come out of turn 1 into turn 2, turn 3, Vettel's going to have the DRS up the hill, and he's done it. He's into first place. He's going to have to hold Aldelf just around the outside now, and he's through. What a move. There's these two battle out, P1 and P2. What's happening behind? Shrimper's still out on them soft tyres. He's the only one left. We've got Dangerous Dan and Lukey are still going at it with each other. Sink Dan is very close and very interested. Then we've got FFR Milan, who's been in on the, who's on 8-lap old softs, mediums, sorry. We've got RSF1 Elites, who's on the new hard tyres. FPRL Roberts is on the new tyres, but he's now very close to Unity Hush. It's almost like he's lost time in the pits there. I don't understand what's happened. It's almost like he's lost time. And some people prefer the soft, some people prefer the medium, some people prefer the hard. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the race shakes out and who's got the fastest car in this part of the Grand Prix. BF1 Racer is still in last place. He's only 0.8 of a second behind RSF1 Science, so it'll be interesting to see where he can go from there. But RSF1 Vettel is pulling out the gap on Aldelf. But Aldelf will now have the DRS down the main straight, so it'll be interesting to see, can he close that gap a little? And he is, yeah, it's coming down. It was 0.8 of a second. It's now less than 0.6 of a second. Just less. Can Vettel get good traction out of turn 1 here, turn 2 and turn 3 to get away up the hill a little bit? But Aldelf is going to have the DRS again, so he's going to be very close at the end of this braking zone before we get to turn 4. Just over 0.5 of a second. Dangerous Dan in third on the hards is now coming up through turn 3. And he's got Lukey and Sink down for very close company. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. What's happening in sector 3? We've got FPRL Roberts and Unity Hush very close together in the Ferrari and the Red Bull. There's a lot of people very close. Oh, Peanut's retired from the session. What's happened to Peanut? I didn't see that because I was on board with other people at the time. But we've got a queue and a half here. We've got Grunty, no-shows. Both the AlphaTauris who have just done a bit of a team swap there, I feel. And then we've got RSF1 Science and BF1 Racer all in very close proximity to each other. And Aldelf and Vettel still continue to trade faster sector times, and they're still less than 0.6 of a second apart from each other. So can Aldelf get the DRS and get the traction and make a move into turn 1 here? Aldelf is going to come into the pits, so he's going to go on the optimal strategy for Vettel. He's going to go on the opposite strategy. We've got Dangerous Dan in P3. Surely he's going to overtake Aldelf now as he comes into the pits. Yes, he does. Lukey gets past as well. And so does Sink Dan. FFR Milan in 5th place there, still on their mediums, 10 laps old now. RSF1 Elites, Aldelf, Roberts and Unity Hush have all been in to put on the hard tyres. Shrimper is on the medium tyres as well, so we'll see where he shakes out at the end of all of this. The BF1 Racer has passed T9436. He's now coming up to the back as RSF1 Science, so can Ben make progress through the field here? It'll be interesting to see exactly what happens, but Vettel has now got a 13.4 second gap over Dangerous Dan. Sorry, I was yawning then. I don't know how I could yawn with such an exciting race, but there we go. So Ben is less than 7/10, so just over 7/10 back from RSF1 Science. Let's see what's happening at the front. Vettel continues on. Is he going to pit this lap, or is he going to continue on and get extra life out of their medium so he's got better hard tyres at the end? We will see. No, he's going to pit as well. So where is Aldalf in relation to Vettel? He's now come around turn 13, down the back straight, so we'll see exactly what happens when these guys shake out. It is a really clean turn 14 and 15 here, good traction. Right, so where is Vettel? Vettel's coming down the pit lane. It's going to be very, very close indeed. Aldalf's now coming down the main straight. Who's going to get there first? Oh, RSF1 Vettel's just going to do it. He's just going to keep ahead of Aldalf. But Aldalf's got the knowledge to know when the tyres are good and his tyres will be warm. As they come up the hill towards turn 4, Aldalf's going to make a move down the inside. Is he going to make it stick? Oh, they go wheel to wheel through turn 4 and turn 5. Vettel just keeps ahead. Just keeps ahead. Turn 6, turn 7. Sig Dan's retired for the race. What's happened? Sig Dan has left the session. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. BF1 racer still stuck behind RSF1 side. Still, he's just stuck there. I feel as if he's just a little bit. He's just having a sort of lull in the Grand Prix here. So we've got Dangerous Dan is currently in P1, but on the hard tyres, he'll be pit on lap 1, remember. So he's been in and pitted already. We've got Lukey, who's also in second place. Elites is in third now. He's just got past FFR Milan. Behind him we've got RSF1 Vettel and Aldalf very close together. Does Vettel get the DRS down the main straight? RSF1 Vettel stays in 4th place. He's now hunting down Elite. We've got Unity Ash and Shrimper very, very close together. Shrimper's very, very keen on this. And then we've got FPRL Roberts and No Shows, followed by Stygian, Grunty, RSF1 Signs. Is he going to come around the outside of Grunty here? Is he going to make this move stick? Oh, they go into turn 4, 6. Oh, Grunty's been touched. They just touch wheels as they come through. Unfortunately, that means Grunty's been nudged out wide. But that opens the door for BF1 Racer, who's now up to P12. I feel as though that was a bit harsh on Grunty there, so we'll see what happens in the steward's report with that one. But we've got Dangerous Dan and Lukey who are very close together here in P1 and P2. Then we've got a 5-second gap back to RSF1 Elites in P3. With Vettel very close to him now in P4. So Vettel's got the DRS down the straight. Can he make a move on Elites here? Elites is weaving all over the place. That's worse than a drunk on a Saturday night. Unfortunately, the moment Vettel gets held up behind Elites here, it's going to make very, very interesting news for Aldalf behind, and he's still behind as they come to turn 4. We've now got Grunty in the pits. I wonder if Grunty got a bit of damage from that. I wonder if he got a bit of damage from that contact with RSF1 Signs. But Ben is still behind RSF1 Signs here. He still can't find a way through. There must be frustration in that helmet there. There must be. There's nothing sort of more frustrating than when you just sort of come to a phase of the Grand Prix where you just kind of stall. Dangerous Dan and Luke are still going at it here at the front in the first 2. We've got RSF1 Vettel less than 3 tenths back now from RSF1 Elite. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens down the main straight this time, but RSF1 Elite is kind of weaving all over the place here to break that tone from RSF1 Vettel. Vettel needs a very good exit here. Oh, Elite has got a slightly better exit, I feel. He's just pulling away very slightly and he's right over towards the pit wall to break that toe. So as we go into turn 1 here. Oh, Elite's locks up into turn 1, which makes Vettel slow. Is that going to put Aldalf on the back of Vettel up towards turn 4? The DRS is open again for Vettel, but Elite is already too far ahead for it to be too effective. Oh, Vettel nearly locks a brake there into turn 4, nearly touches the back of Elite. As we come through turn 5, turn 6 and turn 7, down the hill towards turn 8. Very tricky corner this one. Elite is locked up, is that going to make Vettel interested? Vettel's slow on the apex. Because Elite was slow, Vettel was slow on the power. Oh, and Elite locks up again, which makes Vettel run wide. Aldalf could well be past Vettel down the back straight, and Vettel's having to defend a little bit. But Elite is clearly feeling the pressure here from RSF on Vettel, clearly feeling the pressure here. We've got FPRL Roberts back in P8, he's holding steady there. We've got no-shows, Stygian, BF1 Racer, and P11 now. He's finally got past RSF1 sides. Yes, Ben. Vettel still can't get past RSF1 Elites down the main straight. He's still behind. Elites is putting his car just in the right pieces of the track. Schwimmer now does the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1:29.510. Vettel up the hill towards turn 4 and is too far back again to make a difference on RSF1 Elites. He locks up the inside wheel slightly just as they come towards turn 4, through turn 4 and turn 5. Can he close that gap to get any closer down the back straight or down the main straight here and get that move done? Oh, they're very close again! The Elite seems to be locking up more than the locksmith at the moment. He's definitely feeling the pressure here from RSF on Vettel, definitely. Vettel's definitely putting the hard squeeze on, definitely. He just can't get close enough down that main straight to just get the effective DRS. And while Elite is sort of pulling to the side to break the two, Vettel maybe feels like just to go in a straight line with the DRS is more effective. And RSF on Elite is all over the place again. He's weaving all over the place to break that toe. Oh, Vettel gets a very good exit out of T14. And Elite is weaving all over the place again. Vettel's just going to stick to the inside. I feel as if Elite is very much on the limit of what's actually allowed there. He's moving a little bit too much maybe. I think he's just on the limit there of what's actually allowed and what's not. So as we got to turn 4, Vettel again. Very close. Aldalf is just sitting back watching all this happen, waiting for the next opportunity. Roberts is now past Dangerous Dan into turn 1. Dangerous Dan just looking at the pitch for the medium tyres. So how quickly can he get past Roberts, or can Roberts maintain that position? We've got no-shows in P9, Stygian in P10, FFR Milan in P11, BF1 Racer is now closing on FFR Milan. So we'll see if he can get past RSF1 Science is now behind BF1 Racer. Front E is P14 and T9436 is P15. So Lukey is one of the last people to pit now. I think he's the only person who hasn't pitted now is Lukey. So we'll see if he comes into the pits at the end of this lap or not. Vettel again is within 4/10 of RSF1 Elite. And when Lukey comes into the pits, this could be for the lead of the race, so this could really shape the next few laps. Lukey stays out just for one more lap. Elite is out of the DRS, but Vettel is not. It just doesn't seem to be very effective. I wonder if Elite is running slightly less downforce than Vettel here, or is Vettel just pacing himself and taking his time to make that move, just to see what happens with the tyres here. But at this phase of the Grand Prix, they seem fairly sort of neck and neck. Aldalf again is just sitting back waiting for all of this to happen. Schwimmer in P5, 10 seconds back on those 7-lap old mediums. And he has for close company Unity Hush. Dangerous Dan is past FPRL Roberts already. So that was a very quick overtake. But Roberts has got no-shows closing in. As we were, Stygian and FFR Milan are now very close. So can FFR Milan get past Stygian? And if so, can BF1 Racer follow him through? Oh, I thought FFR was just going to pop up the inside of T8 there, but decides better against that. But Ben's sitting there very interested to see what happens when these two shake it all out. Oh, and FFR Milan gets a very, very good exit out of T10 there with the DRS. Can he make a move into turn 11? I don't think he's going to have quite enough at the moment. If he can stick close enough, he can maybe get a good exit out of T14 and 15, down the back, down the main straight. So we'll see what happens there. BF1 Racer, like I say, is just sitting there waiting for it all to happen. And we've got Signs, Grunty and T at the back. And these three at the front are still hammer and tongs at it. Still neck and neck every single lap. Dangerous Dan now posts a 1:29.2 for the fastest lap of the race. So he's very, very quickly going to be on the back of Unity Hush at this rate. But Elites is still hanging in there. So Lukey 12-10 has been into the pits. He's going to go on the soft tyres. Can he make the soft tyres last? That's going to be very interesting to see. If that's the case, he's going to be very, very quick. So FPRL Roberts in P7 there. Can he keep that going? It's a very strong, very lonely but very strong race there so far in P7 in the Ferrari. Lukey's going to be very, very quick on these soft tyres now. If he can fire them up quickly, he's going to be quite fast sort of people really. In this phase of Grand Prix, he's going to be very quickly making his way up the order. We've now got, so FFR Milan is past Stygian, and we've now got BF1 Racing chasing him down. Can Stygian hang on to the back of FFR Milan here and maybe pull away together from BF1 Racer? We'll have to see. BF1 Racer has dropped Signs a little bit here by 2.3 seconds. Grunt is a further 26 seconds back, with T a further 19 seconds back from Grunt. So we've got Elites coming down the main straight. Oh, Vettel! I thought he was going to pop a move down the inside into turn 1 there. They're all very close, these top three. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in these next 9 laps. So Vettel's got the DRS open again. He's very, very close. He's very close. Is he going to go around the outside? No, he thinks better of it. As they come on to turn 5. Through turn 5 and 6 and 7. And then, as they were at the front, but I feel it's only a matter of time before something happens. Vettel nearly runs in at the back of Elite. That was very, very close indeed. He just managed to hold on to the brake pedal long enough just to stop that contact. And Elites has locked up again. Is that going to put Vettel anywhere nearer down the back straight here? Elites is the only one who doesn't have DRS. Aldalf and Vettel have got the DRS down the back straight. Vettel is very, very close. He's almost within touching distance of that place of P1. Can he get any closer? Can he keep any closer through turn 13, down towards turn 14, down the main straight? Is Elite's going to sort of weave about again? He is. Aldal's very, very close to the back of RSF1 Vettel now. So is there going to be any more drama? As we come out of Vettel's sort of 5 tenths back, and then he's lost a little bit of time on Elites down that last sort of straight through turn 14 and 15. He's got the DRS open, but he's not close enough this time round. Just as you were for these three at the front. And we've got Shrimper and Unity Hush. Dangerous Dan is closing down Unity Hush. FPRL Roberts is now very close with Lukey, who's got past no shows. Is he going to be past? He is going to be past. Lukey's past FPRL Roberts. Down into turn 1, but with the soft tyres, I've got to say I'm not surprised. He's going to be very quick at this stage of the Grand Prix. So Roberts is now up the hill towards turn 4. And the no-shows are very close company, so it's going to be very interesting to see, can he hold no-shows off at this part of this phase of the Grand Prix. We've now got FFR Milan and BF1 Racer in very, very close company. Stygian's decided he's had enough of their medium tyres and he's gone on to the soft. So how far can he make it back up the grid? But BF1 Racer, I feel, has got the bit between his teeth here to get FFR McLaren and get this move done, because they're not very far behind those guys in FPRL Roberts, so that could be a move that makes or breaks the Grand Prix. Elites is still half a second ahead of Vettel here. What Vettel really needs a really good exit here, just to get that move just maybe a little bit more sweeter, but the trouble is Elites keeps going off to that inside, and Vettel has decided to stick with the outside line. And so is Aldalf, is now getting very, very close between these three guys at the front. I don't know if these guys are just waiting for something to happen, or if we're at a phase of the Grand Prix, they're all saving tyres. And Lukey has now set the fastest lap, a 1:28.8. Sorry, 1:28.3, sorry. Looking at two screens there. So Vettel is just holding back a little bit here. Elites locks up again as he goes into turn 8. I feel these lockups are costing Elites a lot of time. He's locked up again into T10. But Elites is trying to use this to his advantage. He's trying to break the two wherever he can. Vettel is within 0.3 of a second. Can he maintain this difference down this straight towards the main straight? If he can, this could well be the opportunity he's been waiting for. I feel he's much faster than Elites at this stage of the Grand Prix. Oh, and they're neck and neck as they come into T14. And Elites is wide. This could be the move. This could be the move for the lead of the Grand Prix. Vettel opens the DRS as they go down the main straight. And Elites is weaving all over the place again. I'm sure that he's at the point of just about what's legal with all them weaving. Aldalf is just sitting there waiting for the smaller pole to pick up the pieces. Trimper is now leading a very lonely race in 4th place with Dangerous Dan and Unity Hush closing down. We've got Lukey in P7 that I think maybe Lukey could get up to P4, maybe sort of P5, P4, so we'll have to see. FPRL Roberts and no-shows are now very close as well, coming out of turn 2, out of turn 3 up the hill towards turn 4. So how will these guys hold out? Roberts has got very, very little ERS left. No-shows has got 60%, whereas Roberts has only got about 12, so it's going to be very interesting to see how that all pans out. It seems as if FFR Milan and BF1 Racer are just sort of settled into a bit of a groove here, but BF1's got a good gap behind him with 23 seconds to Stigel on the soft. Signs is just behind Stigel on the soft as well. We've got Grunty and T at the back. So as we come down the back straight again with these guys, 0.4 of a second between each of them. Oh, and Aldal's very close to Vettel. This could be maybe possibly a move down the back straight here, down the main straight here. And Elites is again off to the side. Vettel's going to follow the toe this time. He's going to follow the toe. Is Vettel close enough to make a move in turn 1? He's going to go for it in turn 1. RSF1 Vettel's down the inside. Elites just manages to hold the gap. And Aldalf's down the inside of RSF1 Vettel. But Vettel maintains the DRS with the drag. Can he do it? Can he go down the inside? And he is! He's going to go. They're going to go 3 wide into turn 4. They go 3 wide. Aldalf comes out with the lead. Vettel's going to be second and Elites is going to be third. Wow, what incredible driving at such close proximity. Absolutely fantastic. I do feel that Aldalf and Vettel are faster at this stage of the Grand Prix than Elites is. But we'll see, can Elites stay in that group with these guys and hold on? RSF on Vettel, is he going to get a DRS down the back straight? He does. So can that keep him in proximity to Aldalf? Or is Aldalf now going to pull away at the front here? It's going to be very interesting to see. They're now coming up to lap one of the AlphaTauris. I feel that's T. Yes, it is. So they're now coming up to lap them. So he needs to sort of make himself scarce out of the way there. He's not moving out of the way. He's been for his second blue flag now. 3 blue flags, and you must move out of the way. He finally moves out of the way on the main straight. Has that given Aldalf the DRS? It has given Aldalf the DRS. Vettel that has given Aldelf the DRS. What is T doing? He needs to get out the way of these guys. He's holding these guys up where he's refusing to move out the way. He's finally got out the way, they're all through, but I feel that has cost Vettel dearly. Where he give Aldelf the DRS down the main straight there has cost Vettel quite dearly now. He's now 1.1 seconds back, so Vettel's going to have to fight very hard in the next 3 or 4 laps to get this gap down. Well, all I can say, guys, this has been an absolutely fantastic race to watch. There really has been some fantastic driving. And we've now got Schrimper and Dangerous Dan in very close proximity. Can Dangerous Dan put a move on Schrimper? He's going to go for it into turn 9. Oh, he just thinks better of it. As they go through turn 9, turn 10. Dangerous Dan's going to have the DRS down the back straight here. And Shrimper's as far over to the left hand, to the right hand side as he can be as they turn into turn 11. Up the hill towards turn 12, towards turn 13 at the end of sector 2. Dangerous Dan's all over the back of Schrimper again. Can he make a move down the straight, or is he going to wait for the DRS? I feel he's patiently waiting for the DRS. But is he going to go down the inside? He does go down the inside. They're neck and neck as they come through. Turn 14 and 15. But Dangerous Dan's going to have the DRS. Dangerous Dan's got the DRS. He's down the inside into turn 1. And that is a good move for Dangerous Dan there. And Unity Hush is now very interested with these two squabbling. Lukey 12.10 is only a further 2 seconds back. As we go back to the front, the two at the front have dropped RSF1 Elites a little bit here. So we'll see how these guys carry on. A 7/10 of a second, 6/10 of a second between these guys. Vettel needs a really good exit out of these next few corners to get as close as he possibly can. He's a little bit wide there out of turn 10. But he'll be right in that DRS. Down the back straight, he's in the toe. Can he make a move? He's going to hold off just for the now. Into turn 11, up the hill towards turn 12. Through turn 13, there's 0.3 of a second difference. I feel Vettel is a quicker man at this stage of the Grand Prix, but time will only tell. And Vettel's got a good exit here out of the last turn. We've got a yellow flag in second 1 and 2. I don't really know what's happening, but I don't want to lose this action. So we're going to go on board. Is Vettel going to make a move on the inside? Oh, he just thinks better of it. Just thinks better of a move up the inside there. Oh, and Aldelf is slow at turn 1. Is Vettel going to have enough with the DRS here? Down towards turn 4. He's just going to stay behind for the time being. Elites has been well dropped by these two now. He's 2.5 seconds behind Vettel. We've got Dangerous Dan a further 12 seconds back with Schrimper for company. And Unity Hush is now going to make a move into turn 4. Down the inside of Schrimper. Unity Hush. Oh, they touch wheels. Into turn 7. And Lukey's very interested as well. Lukey's going to go down the inside of Unity Hush. Into turn 8. He's done it. Will he have the traction with them better tyres? Yes, he has. I feel it's only a matter of time. I feel Luke is going to be past him, but very, very quickly here. He's got the DRS down the back straight. Oh, they almost touch. They almost touch into turn 11. Up the hill towards turn 12. Here we go down the back straight here. Let's just see how it's going on at the front here. Vettel, he's in the DRS. 0.2 of a second. He's just going to hold off for this time. Oh, Grundy's got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. Grundy. Here we go again. Grundy. Here we go again. Vettel and Aldelf up to turn 4. Aldelf has just got enough in hand to keep Vettel behind. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Somebody's slow. And Lukey's past Schrimper now. Lukey's past Schrimper into turn 1. Can he just hold him off? Because Shrimper's now got the DRS up to turn 4. Yes, Lukey's going to hold him off, and I feel with the softer tyres, the better traction, Lukey's going to be sort of quickly away from these guys. Unity Hush is still very interested in Shrimper here. Is he going to make it happen at the turn 8? No. Oh, they nearly touched. Very, very close. No shows is behind Unity Hush. FFR Milan. And then we've got FPRL Roberts and BF1 Racer. Less than a second, less than a sort of second and a half between them. The guys on the soft tyres haven't really made much of an impact here at the back. Grundy's right at the back, so here we go. Oh, Vettel's within 0.2 of a second. 0.2 of a second, you need a really good exit here. Vettel down the main straight. Here we go, Vettel's very, very close to the wheel tracks of the Mercedes. He's got the DRS open. He's got no ERS though, Vettel's got no ERS and he just hasn't got enough speed. This is the last lap of the race, it's gone so quickly. Vettel really needs to make something happen in the next couple of corners, otherwise I feel that this could be Aldal's race. Vettel's very close again into turn 4. He just hasn't got enough to get through though. Oh, they're very close as they go into turn 5 and 6. Very close indeed. Is Vettel going to put manners on it in turn 8? Oh, he thinks about it but just doesn't. Isn't quite close enough as they go up the hill here towards turn 9 and 10. Can Vettel make this happen on the last lap? Oh, Vettel's very close. He's going to have the DRS down the back straight. Can he make it happen down here? Aldalf is going to think for all his life is worth down this part of the racetrack. But Vettel's just not quite got enough as they go through turn 11 up the hill towards turn 12. Vettel's going to go around the outside. Oh, Aldalf spun! Aldalf spun! Oh no! Aldalf was retired from the session. I don't know if they touched or not. But that means that Vettel is going to win the race, pending any inquiries from the stewards. RSF1 Vettel comes across the line. German efficiency! And wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. That means Elite will be second. Dangerous Dan is going to cross the line in third in the Alfa Romeo. That means Lukey is going to be P4 as he laps the AlphaTauri there. Unity Hush is going to come across the line P5. No shows P6. FFR Milan P7. FPRL Roberts P8. BF1 Racer P9. Shrimper's just about going to make it across the line. I think he's run out of fuel here. Is he going to make it across the line? I think he's got plenty of time here before the next guy comes. There we go, Shrimper P10, which means it's going to be Stidgen P12, RSF1 Science at P13, T in the AlphaTauri in P14, and Grunty P15 in the Williams. Oh, Tomo's put in the chat he got a puncher. I don't know if he means Aldalf there. That'll be very disappointing for Aldalf if he has. That's going to be a very disappointing end to a fantastic race by these guys. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic race. Brilliant, brilliant driving. Driver of the day that says FFR Milan, but I think, to be honest with you, I think there's quite a few drivers of the day today. I feel RSF1 Vettel, Aldalf, RSF1 Elites, Lukey 1210. I feel they all had a fantastic race. There was some fantastic wheel-to-wheel action. Really was some fantastic racing. Tomo puts in there, getting there, Team Alpha. Aldalf did get a punch there. Thank you for that, Tomo. What a race win for Vettel, though. I felt from the moment they went onto them hard tyres that Vettel had the pace to just sort of keep everybody in check. You know, he had a very, very good race today. So that's going to be very interesting to hear from these guys. So final classification is RSF1 Vettel in P1, Elites in P2, Dangerous Dan in P3. What a podium for Alfa Romeo. Lukey in P4, Unity Hush P5, No Shows P6, FFR Milan P7, FPRL Roberts P8, BF1 Racer P9, Schwimper P10, Aldalf P11, Stygian 12, RSF1 Science 13th, T9436 in 14th, Grunty in 15th, and Sync Dan 16th, WR Peanut in 17th. Won't hear the end of this from the German. Yes, that's quite right, Tommy. Yes, I'm expecting quite a lot of abuse from the German now. So it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what is said. So I'll get these guys in. I'm just going to try and get these guys in the party. Just bear with me a second. We'll get RSF1 Vettel in. And we will get both the Alfa Romeo guys in as well. So we want RSF1 Elites and Dangerous Dan. Get both these guys in the party as well. So just bear with me a second here, guys, while I just add these people to the party. So we'll invite Vettel. We'll send him an invite. We will also invite both the Alfa Romeos. So we want Dangerous Dan. Hello, Vettel. Hello, Vettel. Just bear with me a second, mate. I'm just getting everyone else in the party. Just bear with me, mate. There's not a lot of people who are friends on this account, so I'm just trying to find everybody to add them to this chat. On RSF1 Elites, I want him in. Find some. You what, dude? Okay, mate. I'll invite Elites there. And I also need Dangerous Dan. Right, where's Dangerous Dan? Invite more. Dan. Yes, lovely. Thank you for the comments, Tommy. Just remember, he started boot of mistake. That's Brexit rules. Right, Dangerous Dan. Where's Dangerous Dan? Why can't I not find him? Dangerous? Yeah, thank you, mate. Yeah, appreciate that. I have invited the Leaks as well. I don't know if he's accepted the invite. Just waiting for you guys to come in. Let's just get everybody in and then we'll have a little discussion about what happened in that race, because it was fantastic to watch. I've got to be honest with you, it was absolutely fantastic to watch that race. Dan Elite, that's the guy we want. So we'll send him another invite just to see if he'll join. So I may as well start with you, Vettel, while you're in the party. What a race, mate! What an absolute race! I felt that from the moment you went on the harder tyres, you had the pace. You know, I mean, you were quick in the first phase of the Grand Prix, but as soon as you put them hard tyres on, I always felt that you were sort of the person to watch. You and Aldalf and the Leaks were very, very close for a number of laps, but I always felt that you guys were just sitting there waiting for Elites to make a mistake, and then when he did, you sort of pounced on him. So it was a really interesting race, you know. How was it from your perspective?
Well, my initial plan starting on the mediums worked, and then I knew Aldaf was quicker than me in the race, and when I knew I could keep up with him on the mediums, I was confident with my pace, and then he tried to undercut me, which didn't work, and then I'm gonna ended up behind. I'm gonna call him the official Masterclass Defender 8. That's my new name for him. And then I got stuck behind him.
Yep.
And then I think it was 5 laps before the end. We were 3 wide into turn 3.
That was fantastic. You guys got through there without making contact. That was really, really fantastic into turn 4. That was so close.
And then it was just me and Aldaf basically deciding who was going to win or not. And yeah, I'm really sorry for Aldaf because we were side by side, and he had a puncture. And I think the third to last corner, you know, the fast right-hander. No, we didn't. He had a puncture.
No, I was going to say I couldn't tell from. Yeah, I couldn't tell from the camera angle because you guys, I was sort of off board, and then the camera, as you come round, I see Aldo sort of spin, which was really devastating because you guys you three at the front had a fantastic race. Obviously, when you and Aldo got past Elites, you did sort of drop him a little bit, but the defending from Elites was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, really well done, Vettel.
Thank you.
Fantastic race. I'm glad I got to commentate on a race that you got to win on. That was fantastic. So thank you for that. That was really good. Elites, wow, defending, man, that was unbelievable. I've never seen anyone defend that hard in my life, mate. That was absolutely fantastic to keep them guys behind you.
Oh man, I just didn't really want to lose the win because I was on a different strategy. So those guys was going to come back at me at the end because my hards had a lot of wear on them. So I mean, it was inevitable in the end that they were going to get me. But yeah, I just tried my best to kind of stay in the race as long as possible, really.
Yeah, you're defending and you're sort of weaving down the straights was kind of what kept you ahead for so long. It really was a fantastic battle to watch between you three guys. It really was. It really, like I say, really unfortunate that Aldo got the punch at the end there. But yeah, when you guys all went 3 wide into turn 4, I nearly wet myself. I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, look at this!"
Yeah,
it was absolutely fantastic. And then when you come through sort of 5, 6, and 7, it was brilliant. It really was.
Yeah, I got a bad run out of that. The first few corners. So literally, I was just getting swarmed. So I just kind of had to make sure I try and kept it clean. And literally, there was a bit of a sandwich. So I thought it was gonna end in tears with one of us. So, but I managed to make it through clean all of us. So.
Yeah, you guys did a really, really fantastic job. Honestly, the racing was absolutely fantastic. I'm just trying to get Dangerous Dan into the party.
I need to have a good question.
I don't think he's got a mic. Well, he does, but
is he not?
He was supposed to be in a party with me tonight, but he couldn't join for some sort of mic reason. So I think that might be why he can't join.
Right. Okay. Well, that'd be interesting to hear from Dan to pick up that sort of third place. That was, he come through the pack very well, and Lukey at the end was very strong on them softs for the last 10 laps. Really, really come through the pack very quickly towards the end there. So, yeah, it was a really fantastic race to watch, guys. So, yeah, thank you very much for that.
No worries.
Really enjoyed commentating on it. I'm going to have a sore voice in the morning, but apart from that, it was really good to commentate on. So, thank you very much.
No problem.
And once again, Vettel, really well done. Herman the German did it, mate.
GG's.
Yeah, well done, Vettel. I'm really, really happy for you, mate. I really felt that you and Aldo, you know, once you got past elites, you guys just pulled away, and
Carl.
that was definitely between you two. I honestly didn't think, when we come to the end of the back straight and you still weren't ahead, I just didn't think it was going to happen. Then all of a sudden, you were side by side up towards turn 12, and it was just, oh wow, man, what a race to commentate on. There was so much happening all the way through the whole race. Like 29 laps went like nearly as quick as my life is going at the minute, to be honest with you. It just flew past. So yeah, really well done, guys. Really, really well done.
GG.
Tomo's put in the chat, well done, Elite, great driving. And what happened to Captain Lego? Did he lose his hairstyle? I don't think he had his hair on, Tomo, because he would have had his race helmet on, so he would have had to take his hair off to get his helmet on. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But yeah. Oh, sorry, I thought it was Elite. Sorry.
That's all right. Everyone makes the same mistake.
Sorry, sorry, mate. Sorry.
It does look like an L sometimes in the name, but there's no L.
It does to me, mate. I'm getting old, so any two letters that close together being an E and an I looks like EL. So
That's right, mate. Everyone makes the same mistake usually in league racing.
Right, thank you, guys. If I can ask you guys to jump out of the party,
No worries.
and then I'll finish the stream. Thank you very much.
Could you?
I'm just going to see if we can get FPRL Roberts in just for a quick word to see how his race went as well.
Yeah, go on, let's hear a word from the league owner, admin, besides the chow.
Let's see if we can get Captain Lego in as well to see how his race went. He went backwards very quickly, so that'll be interesting to see what exactly happened. He was really, really fighting up the front with sort of like Unity Hush and a few other people. And no sooner than I say his name, here he is, Captain Hairstyle. Mate, you were having a fantastic first few laps. What happened?
Tripper was defending quite hard. I had to go off the track.
Yeah.
Roberts got compromised and almost hit me.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, there was a lot of sort of
2 or 3 cars shunted behind me.
yeah,
and just lost 3, 4, 5 seconds.
yeah.
Could have got top 6 probably.
No-shows had a very couple of scruffy laps after that period, and I feel like that really sort of set the tone of your race, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think a top 6 was on. Finally, the German has got the efficiency and won a race. So well done.
I was really happy that I got the commentate on a race.
After 3 years, I finally won a race.
I was so happy. Yeah, well done, guys. Everything is awesome. Captain Lego's theme tune. Tommy's put that in the chat.
All right, Kentucky Fried Kent.
Kentucky Fried Kent. Right, well, really well done, guys. Yeah, fantastic racing tonight. It was really a pleasure to commentate. There was stuff happening the whole race, as I said to Oitz and Vettel a minute ago. The race went past quicker than my life is going at the minute, mate. It was fantastic. So thanks very much for that, and I'll finish up with saying thank you very much and end it there. I'm just still trying to figure that out, mate.